Now we move to the mean value theorem. I'm sure you must have heard this mean value theorem plenty times before. It is used in differential integral and everything. Now, to go in detail, it'll take a lot of time, but I'll just, tell you a basic about mean value theorem, and then we'll go on how to solving the problem. Now, imagine this is a function. It's a continuous function. We know this is the limits. That's for in between. This is the function closed intervals. Sorry, there will be some value over here anywhere. C. You can take anything, but it's called to be C. If you put this value in the function, say instead of f of x, you put this particular value, you will get the average of the function. So this is an important value because it is a value where you can find the average of the function. And also say, for example, this particular mean value theorem can be used to find the tangents between the continuous functions. So you can find, say you're given the position, you can find the velocity and so on. But anyways, now for this type of problem, the 18th topic, there are two types, okay? That is over here. The first type of problem where you need to get the limits, see? The range between which over here this integral can exist. That is one thing by using this formula. And the second type is generally, every time it's used, that's the finding the c value that satisfies the integral mean value theorem. Basically you have to use this formula, substitute, and then equate it. We will see both of these problems in detail now. So you might get any one, but this might be more likely. Now what about this one? See, the graph won't be given. This is the function. Now if you just use your calculator and say, for example, put this integral 3 cos alpha x square, close it, and over here it's pi by 2, sorry, pi by 3, and up over here is pi by 2, pi divided by 2. You get the answer. So the answer is 0 minus 0.236 and so on. But that won't be the only thing they'll ask you, obviously, because it's very easy to solve. Now, they might ask you the range between which your answer is there. So this will help you to find the range over here, the middle value, this is the mean value. But what are the end points, ending values? So where does this value of the integral lie between? So for this, there are a few steps. Now they have asked you to find increasing, decreasing function. I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's increasing or decreasing. The method was just the same method. Now I'll tell you what you need to do. These are the limits, right? For this function, apply these limits and solve. So it'll be 3 cos, instead of x, you need to put pi by 3. See, now remember, this is x square. Now, if you put like this in the calculator, it's wrong. The square must be inside, okay? I will show you in both the cases and solve the value. Similarly, put pi by 2 and solve. Let me just do it. Let me on over here. See, 3 cos pi by 3 the whole square. Now this, if you put outside, it's the cos pi x the whole square. It's like a bracket square. Okay, so this is wrong. Generally, if it's the whole square, they give you cos square x. That means it's the whole square with the bracket. Whenever the square is outside over here, remember the square will be inside up over here. So it is 1 point. See over here, we have already got it, 1.3698 and so on. Same way, just change the pi by 3 to pi by 2, and over here you're getting minus 2.34. Now what it says is, see, when it's pi by 3, which is less than pi by 2, somewhere over here, this is the positive value. Whereas for pi by 2, it's down, decreased, so it's decreasing function. Now we will just write which is the smaller value. This is the smaller value at pi by 2. So this is the smallest. There is no value within this interval that can go beyond this. Okay. See, this is the smallest. There is no value beyond this. But which is the biggest? It is pi by 3. That is the biggest. What is the intermediate value? Write this as it is. So we need to find the intermediate. So whatever this integral will be in between this. So All we need to know is this particular formula. So over here, this is the m value. What is the m? Over here, we just now solved, right? Minus 3.4. Function is given as it is, write the function. And what is the capital M? Over here it is. So substitute this. Now to solve this, you need to apply this formula. So this is directly by given equation, whatever is, given function, whatever the function is given, substitute the limits and these are the values. Now multiply it with the sum of the upper limit minus the lower limit. Sorry, difference. I told sum, sorry, it is this difference of upper limit and the lower limit. Now what it is? It is pi by 2 minus pi by 3. That's it. So now this multiplied by pi by 2 minus pi by 3. This over here changes. See, you're just putting the integral, nothing else. See, this changes to integral pi by 3 to pi by 2. Over here also you're multiplying pi by 2 minus pi by 3. Now solve these up in the calculator. See, all you need to do is over here, this is the answer. So I'll just take it as multiply. Over here, pi by 2 is first, minus pi by 3, minus pi by 3, and you will get the answer over here. That is the answer. Now, one important thing, guys, I forgot to tell you, that is, we did this, right? 3 cos square and all. See, I'll just do that for once. By pi by 3, shift and pi, divided by 3, square, like this. Now, some of you may not be getting this answer, that because your calculator mode is not in radian. See, it will be degree default mode in degrees. See, this is wrong. You need to shift mode and press radians when we use trigonometric functions. Now you'll get the correct answers. Okay, so this is the thing. Now same way we multiplied over here, we got the answer. Now this can be also done in calculator easily, and over here. So the value of this integral must lie between these two. Now if you solve this in calculator, you'll get the answer over here. That is the thing. So this is the answer. This particular value must lie between these two range. So that is, about the mean value. But there's one more method, one more type of question where they will ask you the C value. This is very simple and easy as well, but you must know this formula. This is the mean value, finding the average value, for integral, basically integration. See, this is integral with the limits. Now you have to find a C value that satisfies the mean value theorem. So you need to first find the value of that function. So there is one particular value somewhere over here that will be the mean value theorem value. So this is given, right? Substitute everything from the given function. So all the values which are given, say 0, 2 and all that, the limits substitute over here. 1 by 2 minus 0, integral 0 to 3, 0 to 2 and 3x squared dx. Now over here you can easily solve it up. Solve it. This is just 1 by 2, and when you solve it over here you get 8. Or you can just put it in calculator directly. So it is 1 divided by 2 minus 0 is 2. Multiply with the integral. What is the integral? 3 alpha x squared from 0 to 2. That's it. Your answer is 4. See, half by 8 is 4. Now it's not over. So f of c is 4. Okay. Now take this equation. Instead of x, put c. Okay. Now we know this particular equation. What is that f of c? Over here, instead of f of x, put c. C square must be equal to 4. Now try and find the c value. So now you're just taking, c 3 to the other side, divide and take the square root. It is plus or minus square root 4 by 3. But look over here. When you solve it, it'll be 2 root 3. This is beyond the limit. Is the limit less than 0 considered? No. So this is a wrong value. You don't consider the negative, only consider the positive value. Check the limits. Is it within this range? Yes. 1.15 is somewhere over here, and the limit is below 2. The value of what we found is below 2. Yes, that is the correct answer. So over here, this only belongs to the domain of 0 to 2. So the C value is this. So this is how we can solve all these problems. Please make sure you solve it by yourself and then check the answers. All the solvings are there over here. Please do it by yourself. Just make sure you understand which they ask, whether they ask you to find the C value or the range, looking into the option, and then choose the appropriate method.